growth hormone is present in my body, the conversion to the more powerful IGF-1.
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日はナチュラルに必要なトレーニング時の糖質量見ていきましょう。新年ですね。2021年も引き続き世界の筋トレ情報をお届けしていきます。今回は過去のものから反響が大きかった動画を再編集、再和訳してお届けします。トレーニング中にエネルギー取っていますか？筋肉を大きくしたいのであれば炭水化物、糖質量のコントロールはとても大事ですよね。今回はトレーニングでナチュラルに必要な糖質量をクリスタンさんが教えてくれています。どのくらい、なぜ必要なのでしょうか？後半では僕の実際の摂取方法からおすすめの摂取方法を紹介していきます。早速見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
Carbohydrates have long been used as a tool to enhance either the actual performance of your training session, your recovery post-training, and your muscle growth stimulated by the session. Well, first, carbohydrates can be used for fuel during the session. By being used for fuel, of course, it allows you to do more volume. If I'm eating my carbohydrates pre-workout, they can actually help decrease the cortisol level, the cortisol released. Now, cortisol is a catabolic hormone. If I overproduce it, it can actually decrease how much muscle I'm gaining. These are two things that can be beneficial. Post-workout, they could actually increase the rate of protein synthesis by increasing the transport of amino acids inside the muscle by triggering an insulin response. So there's no doubt, and studies after studies after studies have shown that ingesting carbohydrates around the workout, either before, during, or after, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, or on your neurological profile, can have a very significant effect on your rate of progress. Now, how much do you really need? Not as much as you think. I've used tremendous amount of carbohydrates. I've experimented with 200 or 300 grams of carbohydrates pre-workout or post-workout, and of course I gain more weight, but it's probably more water retention. Now, you only need enough carbohydrates around the workout to get the desired effect. The desired effect is either increasing the amount of fuel available during your session, or enough to decrease the release of cortisol or excessive cortisol during the session, or enough to trigger an insulin response so that you can better transport amino acid inside the muscle, or enough to replenish the fuel that's been used during the session. Now, people grossly overestimate how much carbohydrates you are using during a workout. At the most, if you rely only on carbohydrates, at the most, a guy weighing like me, 200, 220, will use at the most, I would say 40 grams of carbohydrates in a session. And that's from a very high volume of lower body session. According to Dr. Serrano, who's a man I would put my money on, it's even less than that, probably 20, 25 grams. So there's no need to pile on 200 grams of carbohydrates either pre or post-workout. 20 to 45 grams is likely all you need. Not only that, there's an argument that could be made for if I over-ingest carbohydrates, I might actually decrease the release of, the conversion of growth hormone to IGF-1 by the liver. So if my blood glucose level is too high when growth hormone is present in my body, the conversion to the more powerful IGF-1 might be lower. So over-ingesting carbohydrates might make you less anabolic. Now, you have bodybuilders ingesting 150, 200 grams of carbs pre-workout. And that works because they are most of the time using insulin during the workout, which will lower their blood sugar level, which will still allow them to get that IGF-1 release from the growth hormone produced during the workout. So really, most people who are decent size, 45 grams either before or after the workout, depending on your neurotype and what you're trying to accomplish, should be more than enough. For women, 25 grams should be more than enough. More than that, you might actually have more drawbacks than positives.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。トレーニング前、途中、後でも20から45グラム程度で十分。女性は20から25グラム。取りすぎると成長を阻害するかも。使っている人はトレーニング前に 150g から 200g 程度がベストとのことでした。みんなはどのぐらい取っていましたか？僕はトレーニング直前にバナナに3本ほど食べています。だいたいバナナ1本で炭水化物が 20g ほどなので2本でちょうど良さそうですね。トレーニング中はこちらカーボゲイン、マルトデキストリンを EA などに混ぜて飲んでいます。トレーニング後にもプロテインと一緒にカーボゲインを飲んでいます。僕はこんな感じで取っていますが、みんなはどのような感じで取っていますか？コメント欄で教えてください。トレーニング前の炭水化物はバナナでなくても単純炭水化物、食物繊維が少ないものであれば何でも大丈夫です。最後まで見ていただいてありがとうございます。感想や動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしています。ではまた。
I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't